Hey guys, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am back with a new video. I wanted to go over some small business accounting tips and tricks. This is actually a program, a software program called FreshBooks. When I first started my food business, if you are getting to venture into the food business world, or if you're looking to create a food product, along the way you're going to have expenses. You're going to be incurring and expenses and bills and such as you go. And I would highly recommend, as soon as you possibly can, get some form of software to keep track of your expenses. If you're invoicing, if you're looking to make payments on invoices and products that you have to pay out, ingredients, if it might be boxes, if it's marketing tools, anything that you're doing that is an expense for your food business, as early as possible, I would highly recommend keeping track of it in a much more effective and efficient way than just putting a bunch of receipts in a shoebox, which, by the way, is exactly how I did it for a couple years. And at the end of each year, I would sit there and literally tally up every single receipt, all of our expenses. And anyways, it became a paperwork nightmare and a time consumer when you just kind of let that accumulate for the full year and then you got to do your taxes. I would not recommend you do that. It is unbelievably time consuming. So I wanted to do this because I get a lot of questions from subscribers in regards to once I start my business, Damien, what is a good way to keep track of my expenses? I'm buying ingredients, or I'm starting my food truck and I have to keep track of all of these different pieces of equipment that I'm putting into the food truck. If I've got even payroll and such and all these expenses, how do I do it? So finally, I wanted to take a few minutes and show you this accounting software that's on this website, freshbooks.com. This is a fantastic way, guys, by the way, to really keep track of things in a much simpler, easier format. You can literally download the information from this website. I'm going to go through the website real briefly. I won't do a full, complete kind of breakdown because they have this company actually has so many different options depending on the type of business that you have, that I really could spend probably 3 hours talking to you guys about all the features. I'm going to give you some basics, just a little recap of what they do. There'll be a really quick link down in the description. Take a look at it for yourself. This one that I have found so far out of all of them that I've looked into makes a lot of the accounting so much easier, guys. I swear it's well worth it. And then I'll even go into show you some of the plans and the pricing of the plans. They actually have a 30-day, by the way, which is extraordinary because most of these websites don't offer these types of software for this long. But this is a 30-day trial period that you don't have to put anything in. By the way, there's no credit cards for that or anything. You can literally just simply sign up. They'll give you access to the software so you can work with it and see what is actually best for you. So FreshBooks is the name of it. So what does this do, Damien? What exactly do you mean by all this? So, for example, let me show you this really quick. This is one of the features. This is the expense tracking feature. So what does that mean? This actually is a way, if you go, let's say you're sourcing from Walmart. Let's say if you're getting your flour, sugar, maybe some local stuff, maybe not. Maybe you're purchasing something from online, but you're getting a invoice, you're getting the receipts. You can literally take a photo of the information on your receipt. As you can see here, it'll go into your phone and it's linked into your account and immediately breaks down that information and puts it into your your tab and makes sure that it is all accounted for within the software itself. And it immediately updates that information depending on the type of course, the plan that you get and whatever it is that you need, because everybody's food business, everyone's in a different stage in their business. Maybe you're beginning, but it will keep track of all of that information instantaneously. You can keep track of your payments that you pay out for invoices. I'm just showing you here. You can invoicing as well. If you're looking to invoice somebody yourself and looking to have them pay you, this will keep track of that also. So all of the numbers and all of the financial aspects of your business, the day-to-day expenses and such, can be kept, and you keep track of that here on FreshBooks. And I would, like I said before, I would recommend at least trying them out. That way you can get it. Your business expenses, for instance, here's another example without lifting a finger. So you can connect your bank account and your credit card to FreshBooks. It's very secure. It's very safe. It's all encrypted information. Now, when you do that, what it's going to do is update, for instance, if you're paying out of your business bank account and you're making invoice payments, or if you're buying ingredients, like I just mentioned, all of that data is interchanged with each other. So you instantly get these updates through FreshBooks, and at the end of the year, you can essentially, I'm sorry, you essentially just print up a spreadsheet and you bring that information. I believe it's set up like similar to an Excel format. It looks like, and you'll get all of that data, all that information. You simply give it to your accountant, and you're done. It's very easy. It's not a time-consuming thing, but you do it as you go along throughout the year. Like I had mentioned before, I had not been doing this for the first couple of years, and I kind of regretted it because I didn't necessarily have everything in a shoebox per se, but I did have it in a file separated by month. But then I had to go through, and every single bill, every single invoice that I had for each month, I had to total up and separate. This can do all that for you. And let me show you guys real quick. Like I mentioned, I'm going to basically scan through the site and show you the basics. You can check out that link down below, like I mentioned, and you can go ahead and take a look at it for yourself. Let me show you really quick. So how it works. So they have invoicing, expenses. If you have projects, like maybe you're working on a catering, if you're in a catering business and you have a project coming up that's catering, they have a feature to keep track of all of that data that you're interchanging with and interacting with for a catering event. And then the mobile features, like I said before, where you can tap into the simple simply just taking a snapshot of your expenses, and literally it takes that information and does it for you. So let me show you the real important part. Of course, how much does this cost? So here's the pricing part. Okay, you can choose a plan that's right for your business. Okay, this is if you're in a beginning mode, you may not need so many features. I'll be honest with you. If you're already up and running, you're just looking to find a better, more efficient and faster way of keeping, well, maybe the larger plan will be beneficial for you. The one that makes the most sense, if you're in that kind of, I've started, at least I got the ball rolling, you're incorporated and you're getting going, but you're starting to incur, receipts, invoices and such, well, then I would definitely go to the most popular plan, which is the one in the middle, $25 a month. It's like almost like having an accountant at your side every single month. And by the way, so you can have up to 50 people have access to it. So let's say you're running a business. Let's say it might be catering, and you have a catering manager. You got somebody who's running the day-to-day stuff. You can add them on there. So you can get up to 50 different clients for that. So the light one would be something that if you're beginning, and if it's, like I said, you're in the just beginning stages, but again, you're starting to have different types of bills and invoices come through, you can definitely go with the $15. These are very reasonable, extremely reasonable, actually, having this type of software available for you. And of course, this has even more information on here as well. So like I said, you could try it for 30 days. I would definitely take a look into it. I'm not trying to press you to buy any of these plans. I'm simply wanted to show you guys. I had received so many emails and questions about what it really is a good way to keep bookkeeping and keep track of expenses. So I wanted to do this video really quick and show you guys. This is a great resource. And again, you can try it for free. And there is, by the way, you can cancel this at any time, but there is no credit card for this. But this is a great bookkeeping for any food business for that matter, at whatever stage that you're in. Even if you're doing something from a cottage food business standpoint, remember that at a cottage food business, double check with your accountant, because there's a lot of home expenses. If you're paying a mortgage on your home and you're running a business from your home, some of that is actually deductible as a business expense. Electricity is business expense, a portion of the water, and so on and so on. So keeping track of all of that, this makes sense for you to get started. Like I said, the light version, the basic version might be the best way to go. You can always upgrade it. So with that being said, I wanted to keep this short and sweet, and I hope you guys, the subscribers that actually asked me some questions, I hope you guys get a chance to see this video. I hope it helps you out. And take a look at my next video. I've got a really interesting next one coming up. I'm going to show you a really unique food business that I can explain to you how it works. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And thank you guys, as always, for the support and the thumbs up. And if you have any questions about this, please let me know down below. I'll be happy to help you out and